Is I shepherd, I shall not want him, make I like down in a green pastures, him leadeth I beside still water them, him restoreth I soul, him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them, who anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of my life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja Abba shata shata baka baka shata shata I. Abba janai I sata sata. Ruba I of Ethiopia tanaka. Oh lekaya shok lot of Ethiopia who lick light by day and lick darkness by night. Abba shaka baka shaka I. Aw ma usobo lisa. I don't know what talk. It was sick player 4. How what are you more? Oh you wala don. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, and we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have taken sides, actually, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And then we, oh yes, cause a crucial forensic scrutiny on these and tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And we are called the Black Empire Media. We are the foundation of the truth, the headquarters of the truth, the habitat of the truth, the address of the truth, the hometown of the truth, the bedroom of the truth. Kai. We are the truth. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can find us also on X, formerly called Twitter, also on Instagram and on TikTok. We keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is the home of exclusives. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. Oh, God have mercy. This is a beautiful Friday, and I'm excited to be with you. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. Now watch this. My brother, my sister, if you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Oh, yes. Recommend us to family and friends. Like the show. Share the broadcast. Oh, God have mercy. Hear this now. My brother, my sister. Today, we have interesting stories to share with you. But at this point, let me quickly just say thank you so much to our wonderful sponsors. Oh, my God. Thank you for making us number one. The biggest online TV show on patriotism and also Pan-Africanism. Thanks so much to Tesori, Doriente. Hey, turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori Doriente. Now, when we talk about Tesori Doriente, we're talking about that wonderful shower gel, gone beyond just a shower gel. My brother, my sister, it is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has that long-lasting oriental fragrance that will continue to be on you 48 hours after just one single bath. Here is Italian technology coming together with African raw materials to give you that premium quality, most affordable. Hey, it comes in several different fragrances and not flavors because these are natural. We have the Ikigai, we have the Karma, we have the Forest Therapy, we have the Royal Oud, we have the Persian Dream. My personal favorite, yes, the Forest Therapy. I also love the Royal Oud. How about you? Hey, how do you use it? Pour a little bit of this wonderful shower gel into the middle of your palm and shake up the bath water. Watch how the lather grows into a rich foam. Allow it to nourish your skin and wash it clean. And then repel insects anywhere you go. Smell like the Garden of Eden. It gives you an Edenic smell. Is there a new chick in town you need to show some levels? Tesori Doriente. Is there a new guy in town you want to mesmerize? Tesori Doriente. And above all, do you have an interview to attend? Tesori Doriente. 48 hours after one bath, you are still smelling like heaven. Oh my God. This is Tesori Doriente. Now it is proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Oh yes. For bulk purchases and inquiries, please call Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599. Tesori Doriente. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Hey, we are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. My brother, who dream papa now, who dream bonenso? Because bonidie and shedder. My brother, my sister, nobody is a preserve of calamity. Calamity can hit at any time. My brother, my sister, that is why you have to be insured. Not every insurance is an assurance. Some of it may pretend to cover you like a plaster, but it is ultimately a disaster. That is why I am introducing you to your trustworthy partner. Are you traveling outside the country? If yes, you need travel insurance. Get it from Millennium Insurance. Hey, do you require some motor policy insurance? Is it third party? Is it comprehensive? Do you want to insure your vehicle against burglary, against theft, against fires? No problem. Millennium Insurance. Oh my God. Hey, how about disability insurance, death insurance? No problem. Personal accident, personal group accident. Hey, we're talking Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Hey, listen, calamity can come at any time. In Jamaica, we say, when it rain, it don't fall upon one man house alone. My brother, my sister, and the account people will tell you that when you see your neighbor's beard burning, get water ready for yours. Tomorrow it will be your turn. That is why you must be insurance ready. Get Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Hey, in the days of earthquakes, hey, volcanoes, and even tsunamis, no problem. Floods and fires. Hey, when it comes to claims, Millennium Insurance, very quick. We bring you back on the right footing. When some insurance companies are pussyfooting, oh my God, and stonewalling, this is the true insurance. Millennium Insurance, and I'm so proud to be insured by Millennium Insurance. Without much ado, my brother, my sister, Millennium Insurance is what sounds like you. Oh my God. Hey, we have offices all over Ghana. Remember that. And our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers. Talk to us. Let us get you fully insured. Can I tell you more? You can get more packages when you visit our sales portal, sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com, and everything is everything. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Now today we have 4 very important stories to share with you, and they are very interesting. Share the broadcast one more time. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and then hit on the notification bell. Can I rush you into action? If you're ready, I am more than just ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this. Make or break for Abu TRICA on June 11 as FBI roars. Hey! Come June 11, just about a week from now, Abu TRICA's fate is going to be decided 100%. Extradition or no extradition. As it stands right now, it is about 80% extradition. On June 11, Abu TRICA would have his fate sealed, whether to stay home or to go to the United States of America. The FBI has released some more information, and in this edition, you would hear more. Now, Abu TRICA, we all call him Abu TRICA, the master trickster. Oh yes, this guy called Abu TRICA. He is not a gangster, but some people say he might be a gangster. Abu TRICA is all the way from Swedru. He rose into popularity when he started to pose as a socialite on social media. He posed with so much cash. Money danced on his table. Money kept dancing every now and then wherever Abu TRICA went. He paraded himself with some of the most exotic cars you could ever think of, including cars that were actually used by great rich people like Elon Musk. This is Ghana's Elon Musk. Oh yes, his name is Abu TRICA. Some people call him Frederick Kumi, and others even call him Kojo Obing. But this is Emmanuel Kojo Obing. Now he himself has told us his real name, and in no time we will find out. Now what the FBI is doing is searches and investigations. Several names come in, including those that are aliases and those that are even fake. My brother, my sister, in the world of crime, people use a lot of fake names. People even use code names. The FBI is interested in all this. One man might have 10 different names. Is he Abu TRICA? Is he Kojo Obing? Or is he Emmanuel? Who really is he? He will tell us exactly who he is. Recently, his mother was seen in a demonstration holding the photograph of a powerful prophet that I love so much. My brother, my sister. And we also saw her blowing spiritual powder into the air. Yes, praying that the Spirit of God would set her son free. This is Abu TRICA, the Swedro boy who made so much money. Yet, many have said that he was not a fraudster, but a businessman. What kind of business is Abu TRICA doing? What kind of business has he done? My brother, my sister, the FBI showed interest in Abu TRICA. The FBI said he was a fraudster, and therefore he had to be picked up. He had to be extradited all the way to America, where he would face his karma. The FBI said he has used the wires to steal a lot from American people, especially elderly people. He used a lot of AI images. Oh, he stole as much as $8 million American dollars. But as I stand right now, I can tell you that when he arrives in America, the money would even be more. We know how the FBI operates. My brother, my sister, this is Abu TRICA, the master trickster. They say he is not a wangster, but many people say he might be a gangster. Oh, this guy called Abu TRICA, is he a master trickster? Today we'll find out. June 11. Oh my God. Abu TRICA's fate will be sealed. Remember when we told you about Abu TRICA? Remember when we told you about the guy called Daniel Yusuf? Remember, we told you on this show when we broke the news that the next person to be picked up after Abu TRICA was Daniel Yusuf. At the time, nobody knew Daniel Yusuf. This is Daniel Yusuf. Sandwich right between Abu TRICA, my brother, my sister. Now, when we first mentioned Daniel Yusuf, we were extremely careful. We had the photographs and images, but we decided not to put that out. We only showed you a silhouette. Many were those who wondered, but people who believe us and trust that we have nothing but exclusives and even more, believe that there was fire on the mountain. A few weeks later, Daniel Yusuf was picked up, my brother, my sister, right there at the airport, and we broke the news again right here. And then we now had the permission to flash his photograph. His mother, all the way, cried and said she never knew that her son was engaged in anything fraudulent. All she knew was that he was losing his hair, and therefore he decided to go to Dubai and see a doctor who will help him get back his hair. My brother, my sister, this is Daniel Yusuf. His mother said that the first time she heard about her son being an alleged fraudster was on the show when that Rasta man called Blakk Rasta mentioned her son. She called her son all the way in Dubai and said, there's a Rasta man in Ghana that is well known, that you know. He's called Blakk Rasta. He says on his show that you are wanted by the FBI and that any moment from now you could be picked up. He denied it. Let's go listen to the mother. What exactly she said when she spoke with my colleague, schoolmates, and journalists. Oh yes, Ibrahim Oponkwatin of Crime Check. Watch this.
Oba Daniel Yusuf. Ejuma ben oye. Ukuna kabidie.
Me pacho on laptops. And I so me work a post. I say obibia otemen kebia ni say betoniama okwa.
Okay.
Na nsamini esi nyina no eba no wan cry. I say abuba akra no hu adamfafa. Wona nam. But onya ne nyanku bebre sa. It's a 70 and Canada didn't can no problem on a pimp into a coin. And then we said, no cry a man school can be for a winning the air costing in a was social media auntie on no crown, the catcher no so whom. Oh, Ente Yantin didn't was sending me at your waist to be can, what dear.
Okay.
Ente Yomwana Rasta be. Was social media Blakk Rasta.
Yeah.
As I not in a yabi.
Menina cool school. Ahmedia secondary school.
And I'll be chima, Mr. Misha Sama Gaika. In fact, bad time you me shame. And I'm a friend and say, hey, as somewhere the matter said, Papa elbow ding. No, so mammy. And I would not send Miss Cow will be one. I'm saying you're not open the Mr. Cow working. Did be any one of my often a dump into mother. No courage me means out within there Friday, the any cockle to one. Master Mamba, the way no system no Maya Shawan, and also one bad way were Bonizuna work a cancerman. Obey any pebia, Obacanasa who answer them or Baba. Some many cousin in Anna or one who bore a bar. And Moroka there, them work a smart boy, in Kababy or Quabo too much to Toma Wako, but Oya Dama and Allah. That's
why I convinced her on your Bonibia and Tondo Beba.
And Obeba. That does not mean cussing in a wisdom that I'm aware of. I'm so by a bet you. Or say, I or the buy. The prime minister will be do. Into bedu ya ni ya cheno. Na dia haka simple ni say. Akukudu kro nya ya ose onu ankasa eba. Na asamine sintia ba eno ya court one no. And a lawyer ne ka kire judge ne say obi opeso obiane a mo de charges say bono no. Some obetumi akọ obetumi fa ekoso obetumi fa desert edwane fa every country no no we kodu wona da oda ne pass e twete kiti abade na che say omugina so ma ne bail oni boni bia wanye energy won hwehwe but what some ne say
Hajia Ajara is her name. She says she's a hawker in Cape Coast. She said the very first time she heard about her son being a fraudster was when she listened to the show and heard me talk about this. So she called the son, spoke with the son, and the son said, you know what? Whatever be the case, I will come to Ghana because I know I am clean. According to the mother, the love of her mother. So he prepared, and then he came down without actually telling the mother when exactly he would arrive. All she heard was that he was arrested upon arrival. But what is the truth? Every mother is a loving mother. He was extradited from Dubai. According to authorities, they got in contact with the Dubai authorities and pushed for the extradition of this guy. He was picked up and pushed on the plane that was supposed to land nowhere but in Ghana. So he didn't have a chance to run anywhere. Unlike what the mother told us. He didn't voluntarily come to Ghana. He was extradited in a very diplomatic way. My brother, my sister, we carried all the news. Now the FBI is giving us more information. All this while, FBI has been very quiet. The FBI has the patience of the vulture. The FBI only talks when it is most important. Today, my brother, my sister, the FBI is all over talking about its collaboration to pick up Abu TRICA and some other people. My brother, my sister, there are 5 in number. 2 have already been picked in the US. Another one was picked just the other day. And now, the 2 have been picked up in Ghana. So the list is complete. The FBI is saying that Abu TRICA, Daniel Yusuf, they collaborated with 3 other people in the United States to steal and to rob poor old people in America. Now, when you listen to the tape where the mother spoke, and we played full length the very last time we played it, she said her son didn't have friends. He was a very lonely person, a loner. And she also said that, oh, my son actually knows Abu TRICA, but they are not so much of friends like that. But FBI has brought the jigsaw pieces together, and we now have a full picture. They actually are friends, business partners, and collaborators of theft and scam, according to the FBI. Let me take you to the website of the FBI. This is it. Office of Public Affairs. This is the U.S. Department of Justice that works hand in hand with the FBI and beyond. And this is a press release. Released when? Only yesterday, Thursday, June 4, 2026. And it says, Fraud Division announces federal-state partnership in Ohio to prosecute fraud. And this is for immediate release. The Office of Public Affairs. It says federal and state prosecutors charged 9 defendants for over 42 million American dollars in fraud. 3 fraudsters detained this week in connection with separate 15 million American dollar scheme. FBI announces the creation of the most wanted fraudsters list. And when you read further, it says the Justice Department today announced unprecedented, underline that word, unprecedented federal and state cooperation in Ohio in the fight against fraud, including partnerships and a data sharing agreement to enhance the detection and prosecution of fraud. Federal and state charges against 9 defendants for their alleged participation in over $42 million American dollar fraud. Orders of detention this week for 3 defendants, with 2 additional defendants pending extradition in connection with an additional $15 million in fraud and the creation of the FBI's most announced, right, most wanted fraudsters list. Can you see this? That there are 2 more. In Ghana, we know it to only be 8 million. Can you see 15 million there? My brother, my sister. Now, the charges announced today involve numerous types of fraud, including health care fraud, government program fraud, and consumer fraud schemes. Now, let's zero in into what concerns us right here in Ghana. Now, in the Northern District of Ohio, Jamal Abubakari, a.k.a. Jamal Abubakar, a.k.a. Arrangement, only 22 years, of Accra, Ghana. Kamal Abubakari, a.k.a. Kamal Abubakar, a.k.a. Lancaster, also 22, of Accra, Ghana. And Amanda Joy Opokubuache, a.k.a. Amanda Joy Grum, a.k.a. Amanda Joy Kise Bierman, 53 years old, were ordered, detained this week in connection with an over 15 million romance scam that defrauded over 130 victims across the United States. Frederick Kumi, a.k.a. Emmanuel Kojo Ba Obeng, a.k.a. Abu TRICA, 31, of Swedro, Ghana, and Daniel Yusuf. In all, how many people? 5. A.k.a. Dantani. Dantani. That's a Hausa name. Dantani means he was born on Monday. Monday born. That's what it means. Dantani. Dantani. Monday born. Kojo. A.k.a. Slab. 31. Same age as Abu TRICA of Accra, Ghana, are awaiting extradition. And there's a photo of Abu TRICA sitting right on the website of the American people. According to allegations in the 3 indictments from about July 2024 to April 2026, the defendants targeted older Americans on dating websites and social media platforms to engage in romance fraud schemes. They employed advanced techniques, including artificial intelligence-driven video platforms, to engage victims under fictitious female personas. After being misled by false tourists, the victim sent money via wire transfer to financial accounts controlled by conspiracy members, which were further transferred to co-conspirators in Ghana and elsewhere. The operation involved search and arrest operations in Ghana, assets seized, and are estimated to amount to $3 million American dollars. That's assets seized here in Ghana alone, and include a Lamborghini, Tesla Cybertruck, that is the Elon Musk style vehicle, Mercedes Benz, and Bob Marley and the Wailers, BMW. This is Abu TRICA, the master trickster. They say he's not a wankster. He might be a gangster. Oh, this guy called Abu TRICA. Is he a trickster? This is him. Now, watch this. Abu TRICA has been granted bail. 30 million Ghana cedis. That's about how much? 3 million American dollars. And he's been granting interviews left, right, and center. And many have wondered, should Abu TRICA rather not keep quiet and fight his battle? His lawyers went to court. The first court decided that he should be extradited. My brother, my sister, they are fighting it in court. On the 16th, they would go to court again, and the lawyers would make a certain approach in order to hold him back here. Did you hear the date? June 16th. But before June 16th, the High Court right here in Accra would sit on June 11. And this is very, very crucial. When we say crucial, it's a make or break situation. Mark the date. June 11, Abu TRICA is going to the High Court for the High Court to make a pronouncement. So far, this is what we have heard. This is the decision. Abu TRICA, you are going on extradition. No, Abu TRICA, you are staying. And what are the implications? Run the dossier. What are the implications of the June 11 pronouncement, judgment by the court? On June 11, the Accra High Court would officially rule on a crucial, underline that word, motion filed by Abu TRICA's lawyers to allow a supplementary, that's additional affidavit into his case. Now the ruling is a critical hurdle for both sides. Led by lawyer Oliver Baka-Vomawo, the defense wants to introduce fresh facts and evidence to the judge. They believe these new details will completely prove that the original extradition request cleared by the Blakk District Court was flawed and should be cancelled. Did you hear that? That's the first court. The Blakk Court said, take Abu TRICA away. On the 11th, his lawyers are going to present new evidence. And when the High Court sits on it and says, hey, we don't want this, it's done for Abu TRICA. What is the impact going to be like if the High Court judge accepts this new affidavit on June 11? It will give Abu TRICA much stronger leverage to fight being handed over to the United States. If the judge rejects it, his legal options to stop the extradition become much narrower. The court will use the outcome of this June 11 decision to set up the final argument scheduled for June 16. Dash it away. This is Abu TRICA. June 11. The court would sit and listen to his lawyers, present a new affidavit, a supplementary affidavit, to say that, you know what the first court, Blakk Court, said was flawed, wrong. This is why it is wrong. And if this new court sits on it, the High Court, and said, dabi. What the Blakk Court did was extremely correct. Abu TRICA is finished. This is the time for prayer, more spiritual powder, more spiritual water, more sobolo. My brother, my sister. But Abu TRICA himself has been talking. How has he been trying to defend himself? He spoke with my colleague, Captain Smart. And what did he say? Watch this.
Yet $8 million. A chino about 5 million, about 4 million. And you see a fee baby $200,000. Sikana kasa ya no ka ho asem na yesay.
Sikana ya no ka ho asem na kasa no. And do $100,000 and do $90,000 cry. Ewo 70 to 80 ho no den.
Na ni na wo ho.
Ni nya ni mo ni nya no kwa wo omo ho. Ni nya kwa wo mu eye informative like FBI free wo.
Okay, nti say wo hwa send na video ho.
Je be di mu ho no and do like getting $5,000 and $10,000 can do.
David, oh, yeah, And I could them kakret say ya
Oh, serious.
It's secure woman who come once no secure war no. You fan say $5,000.
$5,000. Because the whole amount is $13,000. And I think yeah, $13,000 and like maybe I'm a buan no or gym like I think $10,000. Nah, almost 8,000 there no. Or the 5 year. That $13,000 is only 5% out from it. Yeah.
It's $13,000 over 5%.
5%. Yeah.
Oh. That's something you can need any. Nti krata na omo trouble court no ewum o percentage ni bibia wum.
Oh yeah, evidence on the buy ewum that amount ni wum.
Say 5%.
5%. There's
of $13,000.
Yeah, there's not like $8 million bia wum. O maka say state wum say omo mami.
This is Abu TRICA. Abu TRICA says the money that they're talking about, the 8 million and whatever, all he knows about is some 13 million. 13,000, right? Yes, 13,000 American dollars. That's all he knew about. And his share in that booty was 5%. And he got about $5,000. My brother, I want to be careful what I'm going to say. He's a brother that I love, but we don't support crime and we don't support wrongdoing. People's mothers are dying. Even in Ghana, when they gave us the DDEP, under that nonchalant government that had the penchant of putting Ghanaians through stress and in harm's way. We saw how our old folk visited early graves. Crime is crime. It doesn't matter where it is perpetrated. Crime is still crime on the sea. Crime remains crime even in fire. Hey, crime is still crime even in space. My brother, my sister, brother says that it was all some 13,000 American dollars. And he had a share of 5%. Even if it was $1 you took, it appears to me from where I stand that you partook in the share of blood money. Did you know whether it was blood money or not? He says no, he didn't know. But this is what the FBI is saying, bringing out all the aliases of Abu TRICA and connecting Abu TRICA to 4 other people. How many in America? 3 of them. 2 brothers, Kamal and Jamal Abu Bakr. They are twins, I believe. They are both 21. Was it 22? My brother, my sister. And a 50+ woman. Connected to Abu TRICA and Daniel Yusuf, aka Slab, aka Dantani. How the money went in circles and started to dance in the accounts, bank accounts of these guys here. The FBI will prove that. My brother, my sister, with my experience in issues to do with FBI and all that, I see nothing but bleakness. It's bleak. Miss, why assume? At this point, I want to wish Abu TRICA all the best. If he is innocent, may he walk. If he is guilty, may he suffer for the trauma that he has unleashed on human beings. It doesn't matter whether they are white or black. Humans are humans. Today, my brother, my sister, Abu TRICA's mother is busily running after second chance. After my very wonderful prophet. With powders, spiritual powders, sobolo, and the rest. And even photographs so that Abu TRICA will be free. His wife is crying, carrying their son, saying that they have missed Abu TRICA. My brother, if Abu TRICA did that, he also did it to people's fathers and mothers. Crime does not cease to be crime because we know personally who are engaged in it. My brother, my sister, in the west of Commander KOFI, he said, the law is like electricity. Whether you are black or white, when you touch it, you get a shock. If you don't want the shock, wear insulation. June 11 will be here to tell you what is next. And we will continue to fight against crime so that we can have a better nation. So that hard work can really and truly pay. To Abu TRICA, uni nyame nko. Second chance nyame enu nko. Prophet Adumche Dia nyame enu nko. Philadelphia enu nko. I'm sure the prophet himself would not condone crime. Is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak total power. Story number 2. Watch this. What is this? MAHAMA must not make this dual citizenship mistake. I saw a video in which the president spoke about dual citizenship and how Ghanaian dual citizenship holders will now be encouraged to come home and take key political positions in our jurisdiction. The newscasts are all over the place. Watch this. What is he saying? Dual citizens may soon contest for political office in Ghana. President John Dramani Mahama, as it stands right now, no dual citizenship holder is allowed to contest our elections in Ghana. We have 2 casualties. We all remember Adamu Dramani, who died later, right there in London, when he stood on a ticket right there in Boko, one of the constituencies there. And he won the election. It came out that he had about 4 different citizenships, including Burkina Faso, the United Kingdom, Ghana, and I think Togo or Ivory Coast. That trial was a very devastating one. For health reasons and clemency, he was freed and taken out of jail, only for him to return to the UK and die. But his ticket as an MP was withdrawn, and the people of his constituency became orphaned. My brother, my sister, we also remember Jackie Quayson, who has been so quiet. He also returned from Canada, and then he took on a position here as an MP in one of the areas there in Agona. My brother, my sister, he won. And a whistleblower told us that he was a dual citizenship holder. We went to court and we withdrew it and said, no, our laws don't allow that. He argued that he had started the procedure to annul, proper word, proper terminology, to renounce his Canadian citizenship. But before it was fully annulled or renounced, it was election time. My brother, my sister, the courts in their own wisdom said he was wrong. He probably was supposed to go to jail. Whatever it was, they ended up taking the thing from him and declaring his constituency a gray zone. They had to recontest in a by-election. By the time that this was allowed, the Canadian people had finalized with his papers. He stood the election and won on the ticket of the NDC. In President Mahama's excitement, at the time, he was only candidate Mahama. In his excitement, he told the people of the constituency that should he become president again, he would make Jackie Quayson a minister. Please find a photograph of Jackie Quayson. He would make him a minister of state. And that, as president again, he would fight and make sure that dual citizenship holders are allowed to contest our elections without this kind of holdbacks. My brother, my sister, it was at that time some of us Pan-Africanists told the president, Mr. President, you are a Pan-Africanist, you are a follower of Kwame Nkrumah, don't make this mistake. Your own father was not a dual citizenship holder. We revere him. Kwame Nkrumah was never a dual citizenship holder. My brother, there's a reason we are Ghanaian. When you read the history of Jackie Quayson, he attended school in Ghana, this guy here. And then he went all the way to Canada and decided to live and revere Canada. For so many years he was in Canada. We've already run a whole dossier on him. In my opinion, this is a man who loves Canada more than Ghana. That's my opinion, and I've proven it time and again. Alote Jacob, who for some time now has gone quiet, a former member of the NDC, who decided to cross carpets and go to the NPP because there was an issue with him and his party, said, whilst he was an electoral person in the NDC, this man here tried several times to contest, and he told him personally, you cannot do that because you are a dual citizenship holder. You cannot do it. But this guy still sneaked behind and tried to break the law that he wanted to sit in parliament to enforce and make. Read the history of this guy. He lived and worked in Canada. And when you read, you realize that this guy is more Canadian than Ghanaian. That is where my problem is. If he wants to be Canadian, let him be there. Alote Jacob said he told him to renounce his Canadian citizenship from that time, but he refused, but rather tried to go behind the door, twist the arms of the law, and then run elections. That is carelessness. And because of this guy, Mahama says he would make sure that dual citizenship holders can now contest our elections. Now let us get into the academic discussion. My very good brethren, Professor Kofi Azan, has disagreed with me on this, and we have gone to and fro on this. My brother, in these times, what Ghana needs is not IMF money or World Bank money. We need true independence. And our true independence is nothing if we don't have attitudinal change. Attitudinal change is wrapped in one big bundle of honesty and patriotism. Blakk Rasta teach. Come here. Watch this. I am saying, on the day of our independence, on the 6th of March 1957, I was not born. My brother, Kwame Nkrumah told the whole Ghana that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the whole of Africa. After that, when we applauded, what did he say next? He said, it is now time to honor our independence and make it whole by changing our attitudes. From that time till now, the stinking Ghanaian attitude has been the same. We are all in a hurry to run out and disgrace our country, Ghana. We clap for people who get a visa to travel outside the nation. Hey, when you give Ghanaians a Ghanaian passport and a British passport, they would hold on to the British passport and tear the Ghanaian passport into shreds. After all, it's even worse than toilet paper. If I am lying, tell me, Blakk Rasta, you have oversmoked something today. In the days of Kwame Nkrumah, there was a British guy who came into this country in one of the hotels. There was a newspaper that had the photo of Kwame Nkrumah. He went in there, and in those days, toilet paper was very rare in Ghana. We used newspapers, old newspapers. He wiped his bottom with that newspaper. Whether he saw it or not, the face of Kwame Nkrumah was what went straight into his asshole and scooped out whatever debris was in there. When the paper came out, in fact, my God, it was like a graffiti design on the face of Kwame Nkrumah. When this guy left, the cleaner went in there. First thing he realized was that somebody had graffitied the face of Kwame Nkrumah with nothing but pure shit. Excuse my French. You know what he did? He was shocked. And he traced it to the white guy. He called the police. The matter became a national issue. That guy was immediately deported. Today, how many Ghanaians would have qualms over whose photo wipes whose backside? In the days of Nanado, who would give a rat's backside to somebody using his photograph to wipe whatever? That was the level of honesty, level of patriotism. Today, my brother, my sister, we bring Chinese in here to help us destroy our land. Today, we go to churches to pray to leave this country. Go to the churches in Ghana. All the pastors are making money now because there's something called a visa. Those who want to travel to America, come. One man has a visa. Put money down there. You would also get the chance to go. The whole church will be empty. Everybody wants to go to America. I don't have a problem. If people want to travel to America, people want to go to England, people want to go to Japan, but it should be a touristic journey. You are traveling. You will return. You are a proud Ghanaian. What MAHAMA is going to do is going to demean Pan-Africanism and patriotism, and I don't support it. Hey, if you are a dual citizenship holder, stay there. You are a two-faced human being. That's what I stand for. Why didn't Nkrumah pick up British citizenship? Why did he not pick up American citizenship? How can you come and recite the pledge of Ghana? I pledge on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. Not Ghana and America. Not Ghana and Japan. Not Ghana and China. Then you go to China and pledge the same thing to Adewiya Wawa. Do you have two heads? Ha! Even the Bible says you can't serve two masters. That a house that is divided against itself shall not stand. Hallelujah. What are we doing to ourselves? Is it because of dirty politics? Because of Jachi Kweksin? Or Adamu Sakande? Jesus have mercy. Mr. President, please don't stoop this low. We don't need dual citizenship. We don't need it. Today, South Africa is what it is. Because South Africa has taken a stand. Hey, I'll tell you something. One of the prophets in Ghana, who normally would empty his church by saying people should come and put money on the altar, if they wanted visas to fly, didn't know that in South Africa it was different. He went there. Oh, those who want to get visas to go to America. I see angels holding visas. Oh, to America. I see angels holding visas to England. How many want to take this? Come and put money here. The whole church was looking at him. South African church. What are you talking about? We don't want to go to America. We don't want to go to England. We are okay with what is happening in our country. The average South African is satisfied with what is going on in his country. He sees his future as what is in his country. That is how come they have the effrontery to kick us out and tell us to go fix our countries. Mr. President, the biggest way to fix our country is through patriotism. The biggest way to fix our country is not dual citizenship. If they must come here, let them denounce and renounce whatever citizenship they have. I don't care if it's China, if it is Algerian, whatever it is. Hey, let them renounce it. You can have what is called residential permits. Do you get it? You live in America. You have residence in America. But to append a signature and take citizenship is selling out your birthright, Mr. President, without apology. We students of English literature who have read a lot of some of these things, we are begging you. Hey, you should never be able to run for political office and discuss things for Ghanaians when you are a dual citizenship holder. Drop one. Drop the chamber. Nkrumah could have been an American citizen. Today we would have been talking about Nkrumah as, look at Osibisa, one of the biggest bands that ever existed. Go on Wikipedia and check. They call them a British band because all of them had British citizenship. Yet a big chunk of them were from Ghana. No, we don't want it. I could have been an American citizen. When Obama came here, I got the opportunity to be an American citizen. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. Let us all look and respect the country we are in. I have no problem if you want to go and study in America. I have no problem if you live in America and you live in Ghana. That's okay. But to append a signature and say that you are also a citizen of America, Japan, China, you are a sellout. You are a sellout, absolutely. You have left your country, you don't want it. I don't agree with that. Many people ask me, how about if your father is Ghanaian and your mother is American? Can't you combine the two? I ask you the same question. Your father is Muslim, your mother is Christian. Can you be Muslim, Christian? You must make a choice, isn't it? In life, it's all about choices. Simple. Nobody forces you. Then they tell me about I Show Speed. That he was here. We gave him a citizenship. My brother, my sister, I see it more as an honorary certificate than a real citizenship. Honorary certificate. To make it a true citizenship, he must denounce and renounce one. It's simple. There's no argument about this. It doesn't matter what achievements they bring to us. My brother, the first step is a misstep, what we call a faux pas. Hey, we can have this intellectual argument over and over. Nnamdi Azikiwe was not Nigerian American. Kwame Nkrumah was not British Ghanaian, was he? Jomo Kenyatta, was he British Kenyan? Even dictators like Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Mbende was a Banga. They were one citizenship holders. Mr. President, please, the Pan-Africanist that you are, you went to the UN fighting against slavery and all that. Please don't sell out the nation. I beg you, think about it. Let there be a conference of great minds and Pan-Africans. Let's sit on it. Kweku Azan and all those people. Let them all come. It's called Kweku Azan, not Kofi. I beg your pardon. Let's all sit together and argue all the facts. Hey, this is when Ghana needs patriotism most. Even in the days of Nkrumah, it was better. Now, we need it most. We are stealing street lights to sell to Chinese. We go and release feces at the beach. It's a problem of patriotism. Once you are patriotic, you are naturally disciplined. Hallelujah. When I heard this announcement, I said, oh, so Mr. President is actually going ahead with this threat. Let's be proud Ghanaians. These people who are dual citizenship holders, most of them are Americans when Ghana is on fire. They become Ghanaians when America is on fire. No, we don't need chameleons amongst us. We should be able to stand here and watch it. Maybe I didn't listen to the president well. Let's listen to him. Watch this.
Last year was a record to $7.8 billion inflows into Ghana. And that is why we're sponsoring and support a bipartisan bill in our parliament that members of the Ghanaian diaspora can participate fully in the political administration of our country. And so that clause in our constitution that excludes you, we have a bill in parliament that is bipartisan. It means both sides support it, that we will amend that bill. You don't need to renounce your citizenship or your resident status before you stand for parliament or be appointed as a minister in Ghana. We're bringing the legislation to parliament for the diaspora bond. And so you'll be able to not donate, but invest in a diaspora bond. And that bond will be invested in improving the infrastructure in Ghana, and you earn an interest on your investment. But I believe that
Mr. President, we are not fighting against Ghanaians who are dual citizenship holders. We are just encouraging them to bring all hands and pure energies together to row the boat to safety. If you hold 2 oars, you know what an oar is? O-A-R. Those paddles. If you hold 2, you have 1 leg in this boat, the other one here, and you are rowing both boats. Science and common sense will tell you that you have divided the energy into 2. If you were in 1, this one would move twice, all other things remaining equal, faster than this one. Must we be dual citizenship holders? Why? They say, oh, when you are a dual citizenship holder, there are so many benefits that you get. You can travel to America anytime without a visa, healthcare, and all that. Who cares about that? Who cares about that? Who cares about that? That is what the Americans are using to lure you in, so you can give them a chunk of your loyalty. Others have also asked me, Blakk RASTA, is it automatic that if I am a single citizenship holder in Ghana, I am more loyal than somebody? No, sir. That's not what we are saying. We are looking at the fact beyond the rhetorics. My brother, you are signing away your birthright. It's a spiritual thing. The fact that I'm reciting the national anthem or the national pledge does not automatically mean that I am faithful to Ghana, but at least I am reciting it. It's a spiritual thing. Independence doesn't automatically bring us money and freedom, does it? Sometimes independence, political independence, can even imprison us more than colonialism. But we accept it because it is what it is, so we can move forward. Of course, we have Ghanaians who hate Ghana more than people who have dual citizenship. Recently, we saw an American woman who went up in space and displayed the Ghana flag, and we praised her so much on this show. Why did we praise her? Because she's not Ghanaian. She didn't need to do it, but because she did it, it became extraordinary. Therefore, we applaud her. We can honor these people by naming a certain street after them, by applauding them, giving them a certain certificate of honor. But my brother, dual citizenship is going to kill our already deteriorated loyalty to our country, aka patriotism. Mr. President, you are doing a lot, and I close on this. You are doing so much, everybody's applauding you. If you are not careful with this one step, Mr. President, you will leave a legacy that would be a scar on the conscience of the Ghanaian with this decision. I leave it here. I apologize for that photograph you saw there. It's a black pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hey you! Kai! Why?
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blackpot, Kukusho.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't as yet, and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch this. Story number 3. Watch this. Dodo exposed. Beyond passport, how ABRONYE planned to escape. It's all over in Ghana. ABRONYE went to court and he's been remanded. Now the NPP big mouths are quiet. After your marking, and his bunch of noisemakers, they are all quiet. Remember the judge who said, I remand him in legal custody until the decision is arrived at. And many said it was harsh. Of course, I am one of those. Now, ABRONYE went back to court, and all of a sudden, the judge says, you broke the terms of your bail. You were supposed to surrender your passport. But you, this guy, you refused to surrender the passport. What reason did ABRONYE give? He said his passport was with the British Embassy. In fact, the British High Commission. And he couldn't go back there to take it. That is so disrespectful. So silly. My brother, if his passport was with the Ghana authorities and Britain had told him in a British court that, you know what, we need your passport, he would have done everything possible to go there and collect his passport to go and give to the people. These people, they are Ghanaians by skin and face. These people. ABRONYE DC, one of the communicators of the NPP. By their fruits, you know them. This one too is a communicator. This one, no common sense, no facts, absolutely empty. And he's their communicator. The other day I was with some NPP people and I asked them, what is ABRONYE communicating? And they burst into laughter. I said, don't laugh, I'm serious. What do you tell ABRONYE to communicate? You know what they told me? That, oh, he has his group of people who understand the junk that he spews, and they are in the majority. Unfortunately, they added. I say, oh, wow. So we have some junk group of people, in quotes. So you bring a junk communicator to feed them with more junk, instead of bringing an enlightened communicator to take them out of the junk status. Jesus have mercy. We have a long way to go, brother. I listen to ABRONYE, and I'm like, what is he really communicating? He doesn't even understand what he's reading. And I hear that he has some degrees and a certain pedigree. So which school gave this guy a degree? I don't get it. With all respect, my brother, ABRONYE doesn't have to be a communicator to be useful in his party. There are gutters to be cleaned. He can be a gutter cleaner. Communal labor, you are still serving your nation. But guys like this, they are those who make the money. The professors of the party are still struggling. The doctors of the party are still struggling to get a bit of the cake. Their biggest fault or problem is that they speak common sense. And in politics, common sense does not win votes. It's what? Insults and foolishness. Hey, we're talking all the facts. This is ABRONYE. In which serious country would ABRONYE be a communicator? Do you know what that means? Communicator. He is supposed to bring to the understanding of people government policies. Every now and then, police are looking for him. And his party jackals will come there and howl. Woo! All over the place. His party owls will come there and hoot all over the place. The party dogs will come and bark, woof, woof, so that ABRONYE will be freed. We are sowing wind. we shall reap storm. This is Abronye. They call him Kwame Bafo officially. Well, Abronye has been locked up several times. Under the NPP, this guy was so untouchable. And you know who he communicates for? Another junk leader. Bawumia. This is Bawumia's communicator. He fought for Bawumia using insults and unprintable language. He was the only one who was able to face Kennedy Japan boot for boot with insults. You know, Ken is also, you know, that kind of insulting person. That's why I withdrew my support for him. A tribalist. Now he's quiet and I'm happy. I have the pictures. Blackmail. We don't want a leader like that. This guy faced him boot for boot, insult for insult, until Kennedy ran away like a hounded dog. Maybe that's why they keep him there. Insult competition, not communication. My brother, Kennedy Japan couldn't stand this guy. He finally had to run to Bawumia and tell Bawumia, hey, discipline your dog. Me to have disciplined my dog. Bawumia saw the trump card in this guy and probably allowed him to continue backing. They threatened each other. Finally, Abronye threatened judges and called them illiterate judges in one way or the other. A certain judge, he said he had grammatical errors. Abronye, if there's somebody to mark grammar, is it Abronye? Abronye. He brought down the judge to the level of junk. How he was a political judge, how that judge did not write good grammar, nor speak good grammar, and so on and so forth. And they cited him for contempt. His party lawyers went in there, made a lot of noise. Abronye was remanded in custody. He started to cry that he was running diarrhea. My brother, but the law is the law. Well, my prayer was that Abronye at least would be set free legally. He went to court. And Abronye has been remanded again. And the reason, he did not fulfill the conditions for which he had bail. One big one was the passport. He said his passport was with the British High Commission. And he couldn't go get it because the British people don't play. If you give them your passport, you have to wait. He could have just taken the courts, whatever, to them, to tell them, you know what? This is what the court says. Can I have my passport? No, but he respects the British people more than his own Ghanaian people. So the judge decided that he would teach him yet another lesson of patriotism. And he kicked him back into custody. Right now, everywhere is quiet. But can I tell you more? Abronye most probably could have run out of the country. It's possible. You know why? Come here. Run it, my youth. Abronye wrote a letter. Look at it. Kwame Bafo, regional chairman, New Patriotic Party, Bono region. His phone numbers are there. His email address is there. On the 5th of September, 2025, 3 days after my birthday, he wrote to the Immigration and Refugee Affairs Department, the embassies, the High Commission, and the Asylum Authority. This was what Abronye wrote. Dear Sir, Madam, subject, formal request for political asylum and security protection. Abronye. I, Kwame Bafo Abronye, a Ghanaian politician and the current regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, in the Bono region of Ghana, respectfully submit this formal application for political asylum and security protection from now till the period when my application will be assessed and granted by any of the countries I have applied to, as attached below. I have attached all relevant documents establishing my Ghanaian citizenship, marked Exhibit A, grounds for seeking asylum. My request is based on consistent, escalating political persecution, threats to my life, and systemic abuse of state security powers by the current government of Ghana. Now, the key grounds are: 1, unlawful arrest and detention. In February 2025, shortly after the current NDC government assumed office, I became the first opposition politician to be invited, arrested, and detained by the National Investigations Bureau for over 13 hours. My arrest followed my public criticism of the government's crude, unfair, and blanket dismissal of over 150,000 Ghanaian workers without due cause and a call for their immediate reinstatement. During my detention, I was threatened, intimidated, and sternly warned that unless I ceased criticizing the government, I would face more severe reprisals in the future. Number 2, ongoing threats and intimidation. And you come all the way to the 3rd one, targeted harassment and threats of arrest. It's a 5-page epistle of Abronye. If this was in the days of the Bible, this would have been Abronye, epistles of Abronye, chapter 1, verse whatever. And when you read, he goes on and on and on and on. Find time and read that. Flip. In light of the above, he says, in light of the above, and in genuine fear for my personal safety and that of my family, I respectfully take political asylum and security protection in your country. To replace my trust, I place my trust in your respected institution to consider my case urgently, to extend the necessary humanitarian assistance and protection under international conventions governing the rights of asylum seekers. And he signed. That's his signature. And look at the countries he wrote to. Do you know? America, England, those are the countries he wants to go to. No country in Africa. UK, United States, okay, Cote d'Ivoire is also there. Spain, France, and Italy, Cote d'Ivoire. I'm sure he put that in there for the face value. As for Cote d'Ivoire, I can even arrange for you to get asylum there. I can arrange for you to get asylum in Cote d'Ivoire. You don't need a letter. Let's go. This guy will run back into the country in hours. It's for face value. This is what Abronye wrote, telling the whole world that they want to kill him. They want to wipe out his family. He's no more safe in this country and he wants to go. My brother, my sister, the court grants him bail and he agreed that his passport will be given. At the time they were granting you bail, why did you not tell them that your passport was not available? Only for him to grab the bail, and he comes back to say, I didn't give my passport because it was with the British, whatever. Let us respect this country. Let us respect our country. Now, Paul Adumochiri is also a member of this political party. For some time now, he and one Dr. Frank Amoakohene have been having issues. Amoakohene comes down on him, and he comes down on Amoakohene, and they banter. Amoakohene says, I'm a medical doctor. I'm qualified. You are not a proper lawyer. You failed your exams. I am young, and this is what I've achieved so far. You are about how many times my age? This is a political banter. And Paul Adumochiri has spoken about this gentleman. And you know what he said? He said he wants to find out how he was able to raise money to do something. I won't take the wind out of the sail. Watch this.
NDC people. If I were NDC, I'll be querying him that, hey, chief, you don't seem to have political maturity. We are in government, and then you fly to America with your wife, who is a public servant. Both of you work in the same hospital. You are regional minister. Your responsibility is to make sure that the hospital works. Samuel Okudzeto Blakk sat on TV and said that he will resign from a government if presidential jet is used to fly people abroad. God being so good, God has a sense of humor. At the time they became president, they have had more people flown abroad than the entire 8 years of Akufo-Addo's government. The entire 8 years of Akufo-Addo's government, the 16 months of NDC government has had more people flown abroad. Malik Basantale is one of them. Flown abroad for medical treatment. A Blakk is sitting there. He hasn't resigned. He shouted on top of the roof that he's going to resign. In 18 months, God has proved him something. More of your people have gone abroad on taxpayers' money to go and look after themselves. We have no problems with that. We wish them well. We wish them speedy recovery. But they didn't wish our people speedy recovery. They wish our people death. People sat on radio and said, when the plane takes, Akufo-Addo must die. People went on demonstration and said, God should kill Akufo-Addo. We didn't say anything. Some people were sick. They were flown abroad. Hey, a Blakk comes on radio. They should die. Why are they flying abroad? In his government, many have flown abroad for medical treatment. Malik Basantale is one of them. He's one of them. Malik Basantale, he's one of them. This guy comes to show off 36-year-old regional minister whose salary, I want the photograph with the baby, whose salary is not a salary that could have taken him to America. He comes to show that as regional minister, who was also a doctor in the hospital, whose wife is a nurse I don't know why doctors, they like marrying nurse like that, but anyway, whose wife is a nurse in the hospital. Both of them have traveled abroad, spending nearly $40,000. Amoakohene, this guy, he should be investigated. He should be investigated. He puts it up. Meanwhile, congratulations to my lovely wife for blessing our family with a bouncing baby boy. We are deeply grateful to God for his precious gift and the joy he has brought into our lives. He puts up the photograph, and he is in America. He's in the America there. His wife was flown to America to have a baby. Me and you, can our wife fly to America to have a baby when we are not government officials? Why is he able to do that and we are not able to do that? He's able to do that because a government official, he has access to money and he decides what he does with the money. When 2029 comes, Iyoko will have a lot of work to do. Iyoko will have a lot of work to do.
What is it that Paul Adumochiri has said here that doesn't make sense? Yes, Blakk, in the days of opposition, made it clear. No government official should be allowed to fly out of the nation to seek medical help. It looks like it's extreme, but no. It is for us to be able to fix our broken health system. They say necessity is what? The mother of invention. When you know that when you are pushed, you can easily jump out, you never fix the sinking boat. But when you know you have no way but to be in that boat, you will mend that hole. If I'm not making sense, tell me I'm not making sense. And whoever wrote that bouncing baby, when you are boasting and bluffing about your degrees and all that. There's nothing like bouncing, baby. It's not a tennis ball. You can't bounce a baby. It's bouncy. The word is bouncy, not bouncing. You're not bouncing. Let me get more serious. My brother, this is an allegation from Paul Adumochri that in the 16 months of the Mahama government, more people have been flown outside the country for treatment. Where is Blakk? Why? Why? We are asking. We have to be able to be serious as politicians and stick to our words, not only when we are looking for political expediency, political correctness, then we are quick to utter gibberish. We are quick to say what the people want to hear. We're here when Nana Jane was flown outside the country. And many more people. Today, Amoakuhene is there. I will not be able to tell. Maybe they went on holiday and then it came that she had to give birth. I don't know. But if truly they flew out to seek medical attention, then I have a problem. I have a problem. When are we going to fix our thing? Blakk said, no government appointee, no government official should fly out of the country. Why are we bringing this into the ABRONYE story? ABRONYE wants to leave his own motherland, Ghana. And he chose America, Italy, and some other countries where he can go. ABRONYE, some 2 weeks ago, was ill and had to be flown all the way to South Africa for treatment. ABRONYE. Where are the Ghanaian doctors? What is it that we can do in Ghana when it comes to health? How do they do it in Cuba? That other people are coming in from different parts of the world to Cuba, and we cannot reach there after how many years of independence? Is the Ghanaian doctor not capable? Why is it that most of the time it's the politicians who are flying out of the nation? ABRONYE flew out and went to treat himself. Nobody asked him how he was able to fund his thing there. But Paul has been able to get the documents to talk about Amoakuhene. And the point is clear. The NPP did not say we won't fly out. It was the NDC that said, we are a socialist, whatever. We will all stay in this country, fix everything for poor people. How many South Africans leave South Africa and go to Zimbabwe for health care? Hey, if we continue saying, oh, we'll fix it gradually, it will never be fixed. We have to take the radical action, sacrifice a few of us so that the system can stand. Or else we'll continue being the proverbial vultures who only think about building a nest when it's raining. After the rain is gone, oh, more time to build a nest. My brother, my sister, Paul Adumochri might be talking politics, but he's made sense. It's time for Blakk to come again. What happened to that? Have you changed your mind? Let us know. Ghanaian doctors are running there because we are treating them like stepchildren. They are running to the country we all are running to. That is why dual citizenship should never be entertained in this country. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story. it's a story you want to follow up on, we are more than just interested to do that. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey ya! Hey you! Hey! Hey! Woyo!
Blakk Pot, Kokusho,
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much to Tizori Doriente. Turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tizori Doriente. Oh yes, proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Smell like heaven. Oh yes. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We want to also say thank you so much to Millennium Insurance. And when we say Millennium Insurance, we're talking about your trustworthy partner. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription button so that each time we are on, you will be reminded after hitting the notification bell. Is the Blakk Pot. Final story. Story number 4. Kai Dodo, Shegedamburuba. KOFI Boat Cries as his Paddy finally gets 17 years in US jail. Hey, KOFI Boat. When we mention KOFI Boat, one name comes into mind. Fraud. This is the guy. He has a cold store right here in Accra and beyond. He was one of those living flashy lifestyles. In fact, when Burna Boy was struggling as an artist, he came to Ghana. He met with Shatta Wale, and Shatta Wale had to fall on this guy here called KOFI Boat. And Burna Boy himself said it. He said KOFI Boat was kind to him. But thank God, now he's richer than Shatta Wale and all his godfathers. You know when they have this kind of banter, musicians can diss each other like that. But I don't think it's fair enough to diss a man who has fed you at a time that you needed it, rub it into his eyes and say that, you know what? Oh, I'm richer than you now. There's a story that I was told by Uncle Ebo White. And anytime I remember that story, I am careful when I speak to people that I know. Uncle Ebo White and his wife have been married for so many years, never had a child, biological. Uncle Ebo White adopted a son, took care of the son. He grew and became a man. One day he told Uncle Ebo White, oh, I found a beautiful lady and I want to marry this lady. He said, bring the lady. He counseled them and they got married after that. Then, in just a few months, the young lady got pregnant. When she got pregnant, within 9 months, she gave birth to a bouncy. Remember, I didn't say bouncing. It's not a tennis ball. A bouncy baby boy. This is the great Uncle Ebo White. You have to be Abraham to have the kind of faith like this guy. Married for so many years, no child. And his love for his wife continues growing, even at his age. My brother, my sister, in a society where it is all about marriage, any marriage that does not have a child coming out of it is seen as a failed marriage. That is why they even call it the fruit of the womb. So if you don't have a child, your womb is barren, desert. They judge every marriage by how many children come out of it. Uncle Bo White and his wife, no child. The young boy that he adopted and raised as his own son, married, impregnated his wife, and the wife gave birth to a baby boy. To announce his happiness, he ran to his foster father and said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I am now a real man, a proper man. My wife has given birth." And Ebo White moved one step back, and the idiot didn't understand that he had hit a raw nerve. He kept jumping around Ebo White. "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I'm proud of you. You have made me a real man today." Meanwhile, this is a childless man. When I heard him tell that story, it brought tears into my eyes. So godfather, foster father, they are people we have to hold in high esteem. And we have to edit our language here before we spit that out. So when Burna Boy said that about Kofi Boat, I thought that it was overboard. Because he had an issue with Shatta Wale. This is also Shatta Wale's godfather. And Shatta Wale has said it time and again that that is his godfather, Kofi Boat. I've never met him and all that. But it came out, according to the FBI, that this guy was part of a syndicate, fraud syndicate. His other name is Dada Boat. This is Kofi Boat. My brother, the FBI came around looking for scammers, aka Sakawa boys. And Kofi Boat was clawed into the net with some other people, Dada Remix, Van, and some other people. This is Dada Remix. My brother, my sister, they took them to America. Kofi Boat was denying. This is Van. Van finally came out and said it's true. I was part of that syndicate with Kofi Boat and all the other people. Your facts are correct. In fact, I was part of the syndicate that stole money from American women and businesses. He was supposed to get 20 years. But because he took a plea bargain, they gave him 17 years 2 days ago. Kofi Boat is still standing on his feet and trying to fight against all odds and the evidence. Come here. Come here. Run the dossier. Now watch this. Derek Van Yabua was sentenced to 17 years in a United States federal prison. A federal judge handed down the prison term following his guilty plea for stealing over 10 million American dollars from victims. Along with his 17-year prison sentence, Van Yabua is required to pay back 10,149,429 American dollars and 17 cents in restitution and forfeiture. You know what that means? Whatever property he has, they will collect that, sell everything in forfeiture to pay. Now, the latest update on Kofi Boat is this. Now, the love scam trial. His co-defendant, Derek Van Yabua, pleaded guilty. And he was sentenced on the 3rd. Vaniabua admitted responsibility for stealing 10 million. Now, this is what is going to happen. Flip and watch it. Now, they were extradited to the United States of America. You remember? His full name is Isaac Oduro Boateng, known as Kofi Boat, alongside co-defendants Inusa Ahmed, a.k.a. Pascal, and Derek Van Yaboa. They were extradited to the United States, New York to be specific. They arrived in the United States to face a federal judge after losing their initial legal rights to stop the extradition in Accra. Same thing Abu, TRICA, and Daniel Yusuf are going through. The fourth individual indicted in the ring, Patrick Kwame Asari, aka Boga, is still running from law enforcement and remains at large. Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York has charged the group with wire fraud, money laundering, and conspiracy. They face a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison if convicted. But what is Kofi Boat saying? Listen. Now, during the early court stages, Kofi Boat's legal team strongly disputed the public narrative. They pointed out that while the wider criminal network was accused of $100 million American dollar operation, the actual amount directly linked to Kofi Boat's specific business conversations with previously convicted individuals was under $300,000. It's the same language Abu TRICA is speaking. He says, 10 million. But as for me, I received only 300,000 American dollars. And even that, it had to do with my frozen foods business. His team maintains that the transactions were part of his legitimate frozen foods business, and that the FBI misinterpreted text messages regarding local currency exchange rates. Now, the FBI and Ghanaian authorities arrested Kofi Boat, well known in Ghana as a socialite and associate of dancehall musician Shatta Wale. And this is from the BBC. This is not from me. That's what BBC is saying. That he's a well-known associate of Shatta Wale, which we all know. Shatta is not denying it. The fact that somebody is your godfather and is in trouble doesn't mean you have to say it's not. No. Following a massive joint international operation, now United States prosecutors allege that he acted as a leader for a syndicate. Listen, Kofi Boat, according to the FBI, was the leader. He wasn't a little boy. He was a leader. So the leader and the 10 million American dollars, and leader got only how much? Only how much? The American authorities are not taking this. And who did they trick? Elderly Americans through online romance scam and tricked businesses using fake corporate emails. Did you hear that? Fake businesses. Oh, business. Oh, we have this business in Ghana here. You know, we sell chicken parts and blah, blah, blah. You know, we needed to invest and blah, blah, blah. When you blah, blah, things like that. Then they send the money. Where they have reached, my brother, my sister, members of the team are already confessing. They are going away. But my brother, something else has happened. In America, there's another guy. He's called Kevin Owusu. Kelvin Owusu. That's it. Kelvin Owusu Nkwantabisa was born around 1993. So he's how many years? 33. He's a Ghanaian American man who was convicted as a central leader in a major, listen, 38 million international cybercrime syndicate. And I'm going to link the two very soon. Forget the fact that they are both Ghanaians. You will see the link. Because of his recent criminal trial, details about his life are mostly limited to his legal records, education, whatever. He grew up in Ghana, went to secondary school. We won't tell you the secondary school for now, for obvious reasons. My brother, Kofi Boat's own is 10 million. This is 38 million. Now watch this. Now, after completing his high school, he went to America and he lived in Atlanta, the capital of Georgia. Flip. Watch this. Hey. In the United States, Nkwantabisa operated under the secret street names Kevin Brown and K.O., which simply means Kevin Owusu. Investigators identified him as the chief organizer of the American cell of a transnational criminal organization, TCO. You see, Kofi Boat is supposed to be the leader of a criminal organization, according to the FBI. This guy is also the leader of a criminal investigation, syndicate. Starting from at least August 2022, his syndicate launched targeted digital attacks. They broke into corporate emails to steal financial payments. He and his partners set up fake shell companies and ran multiple bank accounts across different states to hide and move the stolen cash. They are so digitalized. They would break into emails and steal money. Digital theft. Hey. Hey. How many years have they given him? Can you see? The crackdown, Nkwantabisa was tracked down and arrested following an extensive investigation by Homeland Security investigations. Facing severe financial fraud charges, Nkwantabisa officially pleaded guilty and conspiracy to commit money laundering. And he got 17 years. If Kofi Boat pleads guilty, he will get 17. If he doesn't, and he is found guilty after denial, he will get 20. To save him 3 years, he would have to accept the obvious, or else 3 years will be added and he will get 20 plus other punitive measures. So the guy there is called Kevin Owusu. You saw him, the bearded guy, Atlanta. 38 million. Have you seen him before? Do you know him? Do you know if he's the godfather of anybody? We'll bring you details. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Within next week, more information is going to trickle in. Remember I said next week. Watch this space. We'll bring you exclusives. In the interim, we appreciate you and we love you. It's been the Blakk Pot. And our numbers are still scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. Okay? And then, advertise on this show. It's the biggest online show on patriotism and Pan-Africanism. At this point, let me just say thank you for making us number one. We appreciate you. Those of you who give us comments to make us better. Those of you who support us financially, we love you. And those of you who pray for us, we love you as well. Okay? And those of you who protect us in one way or the other. It's not everything you do that we see physically, but we know that you are doing things. We love you. Okay? All right? Let's see your comments, and we're done for the day. Ben Azu says this time, Asafuache ni Ayika Kalo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Commander Sugar Factory, Golden Star Airlines, and Sagleme housing would be a good thing for the returnees. Today we're supposed to post something about Sagleme. We'll see how it goes. Check it on our other channel where we post our documentaries and all that. But we will let you know, okay? Osai Bedu says, come here. the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo Powers. Ibrahim, Boxing Danche, says, good evening, Black Rasta. Abenasela says, fire, yabu. Dove Brain says, Black Rasta, please. What happened to Kedoforiata's case? It's still there in America. And I think there's a court case coming up. I mean, just these few days. We'll go into it and bring you details. Raymond Inso Agarima Akakia says, good evening, Black Rasta. I honestly do not understand what your friend Raymond Acha hopes to achieve by leaking Hanan's personal life to the media. Is this part of the media trial surrounding Hanan's case? Which one is that? Which one? Which Hanan at private life? I haven't seen that. Draw our attention to it. Let's know which private life that is, so that we'll be able to understand, okay? Because I don't think we've talked about Hanan's private life from when we started. So let us know. We've only talked about the corruption case, blowing of money in Dubai, carrying, girls around, at least one girl, carrying his wife to Mecca and all that. Probably from the alleged stolen money. So which one is the personal one? Draw attention to it, okay? It is inappropriate for him to use his position as security chief to try to embarrass an accused person who is currently standing trial. Hanan's personal life cannot make the prosecution's case any stronger. If such information is relevant to the prosecution, it should be presented in a courtroom, not through a trial on social media, to say the least. Enjoy your weekend. Well, Raymond, with all respect, your namesake, Raymond, I've not seen him leak anything to social media or to the public that is personal about anything. He's a very serious professional. He will never be involved in this. He's a high-rated family man who respects family values and the rule of law. So you have the wrong person. Okay? Get into detail. Let's know exactly what you're talking about. Okay? Okay. Kobe Pop Fano says, Black Rasta, good job. One question though. Is Abu TRICA being charged with the same offense as your friend MP who was arrested in the Netherlands? No charges yet for the MP. No charges, absolutely. But Abu TRICA has had charges come up. That's the difference. The MP was picked up. What is going on? They're just rumors. Oh, some scam. But no official charges have come out. Unlike in the case of Abu TRICA. From day one, we were told what it was. Okay? All right. I know why you say your friend. It's trying to say that, well, if you're talking about Abu TRICA, how about your friend? Well, we are yet to hear. You see, normally people who ask these questions, they don't know who Black Rasta is. Go and ask Tanko. He will tell you. Ask Tanko. He will tell you. I can sit and eat with you. We have a good time. I won't support your criminal or alleged criminal activities. No. You have the wrong person. And everybody knows Black Rasta like that. That's why I only have two friends, God and me, myself. I'm a friend to myself. Eugene Otojo says, Black Rasta kindly advise this guy to shut his mouth up. Which guy? Tell us. Togby Lavoy says, watching you from the United States of America. Daniel Nsian said, good evening, Black. Shiri Guru Nanaksar says, a.k.a. Kukusho. And we have Ras Okokofi Moon. Say, come here, watch this. Dash. Conscious Agbemenu also. Long time no see. Efoleke. Good evening, Black Rasta. Watching you live at Abekabo Trade La Paz inside the Big Dream Herbal Shop. Bless up for the good works. God bless. Your outfit looks good on you. Salute. Patriotism. Moga. Tibiru. Black, you deserve respect. You are learned. Salute. Patriotism. Okay? Bawa Uwa says Black Pot. And you say Kukusho. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says Abu caused this himself. You have more that we don't know about? Tell us. Ras Kaba says, Assalamu alaikum, my big brother Blakk Rasta. Himself. More respect to you. And I pray that the Almighty Father continues to protect you. Ya Allah. Ras Kaba says, watching you live from Spain, Barcelona. Long live the Black Pot. Kukushu demo. Nathan says, welcome everyone to the House of the Truth. Watching you from Japan. Moshe. Ruth Yale says, hello Blakk, good evening and welcome back. Michael Nuwachi says, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. Kofi Azuma says, hi, dear. My brother Blakk Rasta this Friday. How are you doing? My brother Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. And this is last class of the week, our country or nothing. God bless you, legendary. Yes, big respect to you, my brother. Henry Atia says, Anna, good weekend to the good people of Bolgatanga. Kofi Azuma says, call all your friends to subscribe to the channel and to like the live stream and more. Henry Atia says, fire, yeah. Please, Blakk, don't forget to follow up on the slapping of the police officer. Today I was with some high police command and we're talking about it. Yes. More comments coming in. Michael Nuwachi says Abu would surely go to jail if he's found guilty. Of course, if he's found guilty, why not? Kofi Azuma says, I will be right back, Blakk Rasta. I need to share this live stream. Michael Nuwachi says, Paul Adum, Ochri, they annoy me rough. Michael Nuwachi, why? Abu, thief star. No, he's not been found guilty yet. So easy, okay? Easy. NPP, never again. This is Henry Atia. And Emmanuel Tay says, why are you so disrespectful towards the guns? When there's an issue involving the guns, but when it has to do with some tribes who pretend not to have seen. Oh, Emmanuel Tay. Are you sure? Are you sure? Do you watch us from the start? We say a beautiful gun prayer. Our time you more. You have the wrong person when it comes to tribes. I don't even call them tribes, but ethnicities. I am a Pan-Africanist, for crying out loud. So don't play around me with ethnicities. Dabi, you have the wrong person. Go to the tribalists. They are those who do that. I am a respecter of the African culture. Okay? I never look down on any ethnic group. I speak what is real with love and respect. Maybe you are new on the platform. Please check the facts again. Okay? Thank you. Michael Nuwachi says, there's always a price to pay for dirty money. Wani boy. Hey, long time no see. Says, good evening, Professor Blakk. Speak. Why? We take 2 more slices and we're done. We will pay the 100 million for Blakk if Shatawale wins the case. Hey, you have that money? Oh, then bring it to me so that I can go and beg Shatta and give him some 1 million and pocket the 99 million. Hey, bring it if you have it, Fabra. Why? Official KOFI King TV. Okay. Says Ghana won't release Abu TRICA to anywhere. They should also send Oforiata to Ghana. Michael Nuwachi says, so this Abu TRICA boy admitted his involvement in the scam, but just that his share was $5,000. This boy is slow. Michael Nuwachi says, share. Okay. Charlotte Agbeka says, the fraud guys are trying to decay the name of Ghana. That's why we are fighting crime. You are right, Charlotte. Wadi Adam says, so Abu TRICA thinks people don't know him or what? So who doesn't know this guy is a guy? Let's get serious. I'm surprised Captain Smart is giving him the platform. Zufiasem. Oh my God. E. Grant says, how is 5% of 13,005K? This already shows he's a liar. No, this is Sakawa mathematics. It's a higher level of mathematics that the ordinary mind cannot comprehend. You need higher level of brains. Okay? All right. I honestly feel sorry for Captain Smart. Hey, because of money. See how some people are beginning to lose their credibility and birthright. Rikus says, Blakk, you are the best. The base will definitely need you. All right. Interesting. Kofi Moon says, preacher and see the Blakk. Seriously, we don't need dual citizenship in Ghana. Thank you. Mark Zoe says, do the Black Stars players have dual citizenship? I'm only asking. Hey, Mark Zoe. Oh, you all don't. Oh, you all don't. My God. I forgot to even add that. So the Black Stars, can you play for Japan and play for England? You have to make a decision. Look at those German boys. What are their names? Those who played for one of them played for the Black Stars. The other one, the Boateng brothers. You know, one had to choose to play for Germany. The other one had to play for Ghana. Even this. Thank you, Maxo. Salute of patriotism. F4 Yesuto says, John Dramani Mahama, sir, Black Empire Media is calling on you, Daddy. Thank you. Last one. Himanuel Ania says, is it that difficult for someone to denounce his or dual citizenship? If they sincerely and honestly love Ghana, they won't think twice about denouncing their dual citizenship. Reiko says, just imagine how these so-called single citizens are not helping Ghana in this 21st century, yet they imitate the international system and always get it wrong. So, seeing is believing. I'm trying to get the point. Well, maybe I'll get it next week. Bernard Sepmenu says, you don't know what you're saying. Okay, Bernard is responding. He says, teacher, you got this wrong. Oh, okay, he's talking to me. So that's why I call it an academic debate. Kweku, Azar, and the rest support you. So what do you think? Where did I get it wrong? Let's know. It's a debate. Alex Amwa says, Blakk, even America allows. So this is what I don't want to hear. Look at the wedding. Even America allows. What is America without us? We were those they carried there to make America. And they still need us to come there. In one way or the other. So if you say, even America, they forced us to go there. Now they are making it a little easier for them to continue going there and accepting by taking an oath that they would die for the country. Even America. Oh, then even America has accepted gay. Munjino high. Say America for omuware obabako. Munjino hanswe. Anna. Riku says, those diasporans should be given the opportunity and chance to bring what they have acquired to help build the country in these times of digitalization and industrialization. We are not doubting that. We are not doubting that. What we are saying is that they can still go there and learn without appending their signatures to citizenship. It's a spiritual thing. Maybe I have to find time and do a proper teachment, as we say in Rasta language, on this. You are signing away your birthright. It's psychological. It is spiritual. Do you know why Kunta Kinte didn't want his name changed? Do you know why? He rejected it. He tried to escape. They had to cut his foot off. After all, it's just a name. Why didn't he? It's a sign of pride and belongingness. We need to reach that level. See, somebody's telling me that even America allows it. I have a Jamaican friend. I won't mention his name. He's been in America. He lives in America. They gave him the opportunity to take citizenship. He said no. Recently, this guy, Kweku Adobo, you remember him? The guy that they called a rogue banker. You know why they deported him? Because all these years, they gave him the opportunity to be a British citizen. He said, no, I love my Ghanaian citizenship. So when he had a problem, they quickly deported him to Ghana. He's in Ghana. These are the people we should be supporting. Kwekwedobo. America allows it, so what? We should accept everything America accepts. Then who are we? No sovereignty. We are follow people. Oh, Jesus. Please. Emmanuel Ania, and he says they should come and help us with industrialization. Can't they go there and learn and come and support without being citizens? They can have residences there. Learn. Do you have to be a citizen before you can learn? Don't give us that. Emmanuel Ania says, Mahama will let this ruin his legacy, which I'll be very sad for. Why this now? Bernard Semenu says, some work, if you are not a citizen, they won't employ you, man. Yes, so they should take it. They should take it. Because of food, you have to sell your birthright. Read the Bible. The story of, is it Isaac? Yes, and you know, the other guy, what's his name? The guy who, because of food, sold his birthright. I remember, my head is hot. You know the story I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I think Jacob and Isaac, right? Yeah, I think so. I'll try and remember. Forgive me. Yeah. Esau. Yes, Esau. Yeah, Esau and who? Okay. And Jacob. All right. It's a Bible school. Because of food, he sold his birthright. You are saying there's some work. If you don't sell out your birthright, you can't have it. That's it. That's what you are saying. Anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. God be with you. Stay away from trouble. And please, you can still contribute to the development of this country, patriotism, Pan-Africanism, without selling out your birthright. And those who are in it already, we are not insulting you. We will never do that. We are only saying that allow us to run the country. You can support with ideas. If we find them worthy, we would use them. Or else, if we need your services, we'll call you and pay you as expatriates to work for us and return to wherever you belong. It's a radical movement. We must hold on to that. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokushodomo, where we speak truth to power. We see you again on Monday at 6 p.m. on the dot. Until then, we love you. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!